Hi everyone, and once again welcome to World of Slot Cars or Hobby World, depending on which channel you're watching this video on. Today I'm going to share my slot car racing room, some of my slot car tracks and my 3D printing projects and all of the stuff I'm working at the moment. Hopefully this will inspire some of you. And if you have any questions, feedbacks or comments to some of the stuff I display here in the video, feel free to ask them down in the comment section below. I always try to do my best to answer all of the questions people have, and I'll be happy to help and assist you if there is anything I can assist with. So feel free to ask questions, add your feedback, comments and so on in the comment section below. So let's just get started. This is my slot car racing room, but it has other functions too. It served as my 3D printing room. This is where it all began. I started with a single 3D printer, that one to be more exact, and then it suddenly just ran away for me and took over, and more machines was added until everything was just way too much. And right now there seems someone standing inside my house where we live. And sorry for the noise, by the way, it's that machine over here that's actually working on a project. So these 3D printers kind of started something for me, because I have always worked with hobby projects and all kinds of stuff, but the 3D printers gave me some possibilities I didn't have before. One of my first projects was this guy over here, T-800 from the movie Terminator, printed in full size, and he turned out great. I am still so very proud of this model here. He looks amazing, especially at night time. He was printed on the printer I showed you first, the small one over there, the Ender 3, and that was a huge task. After him I made a Gollum from Lord of the Rings, and then this fine lady over here, which is a generic fantasy model. All of this gave me a skill set with the 3D printers, and I have always worked a bit with CAD design, but using the 3D printers for projects such as this, I spent more and more time on designing and working on creating my own models, ending up in this track over here, because I have always been a huge fan of slot car tracks, and I raced slot cars before I started the 3D printing part, but the 3D printers gave me the possibility of actually starting to make some scenery I couldn't do before. One of the very first things I did was actually this light bridge over here that cars slide down on the track so my sensors can register the cars. I generally run analog tracks, analog cars, and convert them using Arduino, and then I use the race coordinator software so I can cast it up on the screen over here. And one of my first 3D printing projects and designs was this light bridge over here. These lamps, light posts, actually don't know the word in English for them, and the barricade system, including these very simple ones over here, but they extend more or less all over the track. So I also designed this pit garage here, pit section, that isn't quite finished yet, and sorry about all of the mesh up there on top. That's because I'm actually going to replace that very soon. But that sort of started the idea of making a lot of scenery for my slot car tracks, and then it sort of just expanded. I still need to add these models here, like that one, and the podium over here to the track, so it's firmly located and attached. There is light in all of this. But this is my first slot car track, and it runs great. It's kind of a mess, and I even got a monster over there, sort of like Godzilla style. I actually think I'm going to paint him up and leave him on the track, because it's just a fun gimmick. But I've been doing a lot, and during the next week I'm going to attach all of the stuff I have 3D printed that is actually meant for this track. As I said before, I run the race coordinator software. I use a free screen setup like the one you can see up there. The center screen will always display the race, so driver 1 and 2 can always see their position on track, how much fuel they have, and so on. On the screen to the left, I have a complete championship, what do you call it, roster, where you can see where every person is placed. So if we have a tournament or competition with 12 or 14, 15 drivers, then we can see the total scores on that screen over there, including how the gap to the lead car and all of that stuff, who has the best lap. The screen to the right is a screen that displays who's going to race next. So when the race that's ongoing is finished, that screen over there will display it. After I made this track, I decided that I wanted to challenge myself a bit. So I ended up doing this one. This is the HK Apocalypse. Originally, I wanted to be inspired by Terminator and the computer game Borderlands, and I even threw in a bit of Die Hard, the movie, in here, because that's the name of one of the planes that crashed in that movie. And I ended up making it more or less Borderlands-like, with a lot of features from the computer game Borderlands. This is rounded in wood, so it's not plastic tracks. It's completely scratch built, everything on this track. I 3D printed much and painted much of the scenery. You can see here, added lights. Still working on it. There is so much more that needs to be added to this track. Right now it's pretty bare, but it has a lot of potential over here. So I really enjoy racing on this. It's not the longest track ever, but it just runs so smooth. So I really enjoy that. When I had done this, I worked a bit with more with 3D printing and thought I might be able to design my own track system. And I did. I made this system over here. This is a street race circuit for running more or less drag races. And the tracks are 3D printed. It is my own design. I also made turns, but that doesn't suit this track very well. And everything ends up in here in this box, where the cars hopefully do not get damaged when they enter. They are stopped at this point, and generally they lose so much speed that they only bump very slightly into the foam in there. So this is my street racing circuit. It's just a fun gimmick where we can take our cars and then we can race on this track one against one while we wait for our place in the championship, or wait for driving on some of the other circuits if we are hosting a competition. I store all of my cars in these cabinets up here. They are also 3D printed, each one hand assembled, and then I designed a stand for the cars. You can see right here that lifts it a bit up so the wheels doesn't stand on the ground, and there is even a small sign with the name of the cars. So, and that is my street racing circuit. Very proud of this. Works really well. A nice track and very fun to drive. Just a small, fast competitions. So the trophy cabinet is over here. Has a lot of stuff. This is built from those cheap shelves you can buy in hardware stores. You know, those in steel, metal frames there. And then I have added plexiglass to all of the shelves and to the front, so it's an enclosure. And I made some LED wiring so I could have some light in there, and it looks amazing. So hopefully there'll be more trophies. And then a collection of vinyls, records. I collect those. And then we are getting back down here to the first part of the room. I recently started with airsoft. That's a lot of fun. So that also went a bit too far. The wife actually says that it went a bit too far. So we ended up down here. I'm really proud of this track. This is a scale 1 to 43 track. It's based on the Carrera Go system, which, as I think it might be a system made for kids, but it runs really great. If you use the regular power supply for the track, the cars almost can't fall off the track, so that's a bit boring. So I added a much more powerful power supply. I can control over here. I only run one screen on this. It can be upgraded for 2. But let's just take a look at the track. This was made in a week. This was a project last summer, so almost a year ago. And everything on it was designed, made, assembled, painted up in a single week, 7 days. I made a video for each day and I posted it on my YouTube channel on Hobby World, and I think it turned out great. There are some small flaws, and of course there is because it was made so fast, but it allows me to have the time to actually finish it up now. So now all of these tracks are looking pretty good. They are all drivable, really enjoyable to drive, and the only thing that's actually missing is adding all of those small fine details. And I really enjoy making those, painting models up, making them perfect, even start designing own models for these tracks. All of these bridges up here, they are 3D printed, and then I simply broke them apart to make them look like battered pieces of railing from an old mine or something like that. I have some ideas for this track. I was kind of thinking making a mine entrance, Snow White, Seven Dwarfs, something like that. Maybe even a small guest performance by Gollum and a couple of hobbits in here. So all of kind of these Easter eggs placed inside the track. Last week I made curtains for these tracks. 2 of them had before, this one didn't, and the HK Apocalypse track up there didn't have a curtain before. But now they do, and I think that just sort of gave the finishing touches to the tracks. So let's just take a quick overview here, see how everything looks from this angle. And as I said before, if any of you have any questions, feedback, comments and so on, feel free to ask right down in the comment section. Always appreciated. So so far it's almost time for Le Mans. That's in a week's time, and we are hosting a major event there where we're going to be racing on these tracks, and that's a really enjoyable day. So yeah, anyway, I think that was about it. Thank you all for watching, and have a great day everyone.